Welcome everybody, Pursuit here, and I am a space engineer. Last time we set up this little projector here in order to build us a ship, so let's go ahead and turn it back on. Through the control panel, turn on the projector. Wait, what did I turn off? Oh, I turned off the reactor. That'll work too. So let's go ahead and the ship is now projected. Now that's quite a mess. That is quite a mess there. So in order to make it a little bit less confusing and see what we can do, and hopefully not build stuff before we're not complete other stuff before we're done with what we need, let's go ahead and click on here again and go back to the projector and show only. Where is it? There's a show only buildable. So this shows the parts we can only parts we can build. So we can hopefully get close enough to all this to build it before it has issues. Before we get away from what we need. And it looks like I got what I wanted here. We got the projector in there, which I'm going to leave as part of the build when it's complete. We got this reactor on here that we're going to take off eventually, but it should be okay for now. So let's go ahead and slap this thing together. Now, I am taking advantage of a bug here that has been annoying me, so, you know, bugs, use them when you can. They annoy you, so you can annoy them back. This ship right here, if you'll notice, it's currently green on the back here, and this is also green. When you log in and out, when you save your game and leave while this thing's connected, and I don't know if it has to do with that I turned off the inertial dampeners, but it falls off the connection when I come back on, and it thinks it's still connected. Like if I hop in here and look at the inventory, there's the inventory for my ship, and there's inventory for the large station that we're hooked up to. So I can actually take my inventory here and I can transfer parts from the big ship into my welder, and it thinks that it's connected. So yeah, kind of silly, but you know, I'm going to take advantage of it. Let's go ahead and slap some parts in here. Production, we're still making a bunch of parts here, but I did go mining a couple of times. Let's put like 100 more of these probably. We'll start with that. I did go mining twice last time and managed to collect. Do we have enough? Hold a second. I got to make sure I got enough reactor. Yeah, we got enough in the reactors. We'll probably be okay. If not, we'll get some more because we're still connected technically. But I went mining twice with the other ship here. I took it on my remote. And went and gathered some iron, and let's see, this is going to be a little more confusing finding it. There it is. I went and went on 2 trips for iron and another trip for cobalt in order to get all the parts that we needed, so we had nowhere near enough. I just used that other ship that I got right over there in order to do those, and that thing, it's terrible trying to drive that thing with its nose straight down because it only has enough power. Yeah, not the optimal usage there. So let's go ahead and kind of just pull up as close as we can before we turn on this welder, because we don't want to have these completed before ready for them. And we'll just kind of back out and see what we end up with. I'm going to kind of go down here. Hopefully I will get the main part of the ship situated as we go. So let's turn on the welder. We'll just start crafting and see what pops up. Like I said, as this is going, we can take and throw stuff into our inventory because, you know, I cheated. Sue me. It'll be a lot less boring, and it's really not that big of a deal. I'm just going to keep gathering to whatever I can. Oh, look at that. As long as it's going, as long as it's making that noise, that means that something's getting built. And I don't want to back out too early or we're going to miss out on building certain stuff. So we're just letting the parts all pop in here wherever they will go. And it's basically showing me you can build these even though I'm too close for what I want to do. So we'll just, you know, we'll just let it do its thing, keep going. I think the only part that I was having problem with was probably these silicone bulletproof glass. So we're not going to be able to complete the... if I put this in here, I'll show you. we are not going to be able to complete... Oh, it's going right now. No, it's not. See, it's stopped. Don't have enough. We're not going to be able to complete the main cockpit, but we can steal the cockpit from the other one until we get some silicone. Is probably what I'm going to do. Let's look at the inventory again. It is still just cranking out those parts. Now, I kind of want to do this while I'm recording so you can see how much it actually takes to craft these. It's currently going. It's throwing all those parts on that we have, but it may take a while. And you know what I actually need to do? Let's actually... Oh, look at that. Let's see if it kills me when I jump off. I actually also did not have enough reactor components. So while that's doing its thing, let's go over here. Or not reactor, thruster parts. So while that's doing its thing, let's go ahead and take apart one of these thrusters. What do we have? I think we had 2 thrusters. Yeah, let's take off. I don't want to make this thing totally not capable of moving. Let's go ahead and see what we can do about taking off some of this. I think we can do it from the ground here. So while that thing's working over there, I'm going to go ahead and just collect together some parts here. Do I have an easy way to throw it in? I do not. Of course I don't. Let's go ahead and just... Well, actually, let's throw them into my ship. Where is the ship? The welder. And it's going to keep doing its thing over there, and it shouldn't have any problems. Let's just keep throwing all these in here. Try not to get ahead of ourselves. And hopefully, we'll see how far we get with our thrusters doing it this way, but hopefully we won't get too overwhelmed by it all. I would rather not drop any parts, so let's just throw what we have in here. And finish this off. And I'm just going to take it all the way out, because last time it ended up with a burning one when one of those other bugs that thinks it's been damaged when it's really that I took it apart if you save and reload. So okay, so as you can hear, this thing is no longer going. It has run out of parts inside. So let's go ahead and put the remote control back on. Let's go ahead and check out the inventory, make sure we've got nothing else that we can throw into it from the ship. Let's see, oh, we got these right here. Production-wise, it looks like it's still going, so we'll just keep working at it. So let's just... You know, I should really take a closer look before I hop in there. Looks like we've got the bottom here pretty much built up. We've got... It actually did a really good job. Look at that. We had enough parts for everything there. It looks pretty good. I don't want to get too close because that... yeah, it's actually looking really good. We've got our oxygen. We've got our reactor. Heck, let's grab some uranium to throw in that reactor. Start powering it up. So, I think we are currently making some of this. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. And we could have done it from the ship over there, but I'm fooling myself by my cheating and can't figure out what I want to do here. So it's currently making some uranium there. Let's go ahead and throw some more iron in here to be done, and some... what are we low on? We got plenty... Actually, we're kind of low on nickel. Let's go ahead and throw some nickel in there after. How's production going? Yeah, none of those need nickel, so we should be okay. So let's go ahead and hop back in my ship. And we will just... I guess I will just back out and see what I can get it to create, because it's going to do its own thing in its own time frame. Control. And let's just kind of back out a little bit and listen for it to start. Doing its own thing. Oh, there we go. Something's going. Let's keep close here. Maybe we can keep it from losing track of it. And something else we can do is we can also take and look in here and look at our parts we've got going. What's in the welder? We've got, you know, thrusters. We need, okay, we need some plates actually. It looks like we have run out of plates, which could be a really big problem here. Let's go ahead and get some of those crafting. And it actually sounds like I'm pulling it right out as I need it. Oh, that is that is a little too cheaty, I'd say. Let's see if we need any of these. No, we don't. You need any of these? Yeah, we can actually see that if we're using it or not. I'm probably going to pay for this later because, yeah, I don't know how well it's put this stuff together that I've been welding, but yeah. So I think before it finished, it was actually looking for some of these parts. That's the problem with doing it this way. Like, I might have to go back in here later and like cut out parts in order to put in what has been missing. It's not optimal for crafting, for building ships this way. It would actually be better if you had some kind of a wall of welders in order to work from. But, you know, you do what you can, and you hope it works. And when it doesn't, you do something else. So I got plenty of energy left in my own. Oh, and I was going to put this into a bit of uranium I was going to put in here. So let's go ahead and hop out and throw in the uranium into this reactor that's in here. So it looks like we're currently to the point where we're only building certain parts as they're being made. So let's make sure that we've got enough going into it. Let's see, we've got production. Yep, still working on those. We should just keep it doing those, I guess. Because not using any of these. We can't make bulletproof glass. We got in the inventory right now. We've got small tubes. We got girders. Are you done? So apparently it's made all those that it needs. So we can move again. Some of this might not be completed the way that I want. Okay, so let's just back out a little bit more, I guess, huh? Go back into the control panel. In the remote control. We'll just back out a little bit again. I should also pay attention to how many thrusters I still have, because, yeah, that's a thing. What do I still need? I don't know, I guess we'll see. It looks like they're being completed, though. Let's kind of build this out here, I guess. We must not have what we need. Let's turn it off and on. No, I'm missing connector parts, it looks like. What would it be for connectors? Let's see. Pretty sure I didn't build a bunch of connectors, so let's see how we're doing with those. So we got... Oh, we're out of nickel. We ran out of nickel. Let's see. Conveyors is what I ran out of. Let's look and see if we've actually got those. This is going to take a while to do, so I'm probably going to back out when it's time for me to leave. I'm probably just going to let it do its thing and not worry about keeping you around and watching it happen. Well, let's pull these in here. It's actually pulling it out as it needs it, so whatever. Let's see, though. Are we out of... Well, we're not out of nickel yet. Making silver. Let's go and tell it to make some more nickel. Look, it looks like I'm probably going to run out of nickel. So let's go ahead and bring up the large container here that we can move stuff out of the refinery. And we'll throw this back in place. We should probably have plenty of energy left. So what are we actually... Let's actually take a look. If you're not sure what you need, you can always hop out of your ship and don't get too close to the welder, but you can... Yeah, see, I just lost 20% of my health. Yikes. We can turn the welder off for a moment here, too. You just come in here and you say... welder... off. I was kind of curious if I would lose health for that, and I did. So we can come in here and look closer and see what it actually would take to build this. So the conveyor, we need... It's got 2 interior plates already. It just hasn't completed it, really? Oh, there's that one. I think the welder's in the way is why it's not working. Well, let's back up. I don't think we have any interior plates, though. Let's back up a little bit. This is going to take a long time to do, and I'm not going to make you watch for several episodes, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. This is going to be nice and boring stuff. I just wanted to show you the process of building using a welding ship was the main thing, and the little cheat that I found. So, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will try and get things back in order here. We'll figure out what other parts we need. Hopefully we have enough to build this thing. If not, I will have to go mining again. It's just the way it's going to be. Leave me some comments as to what you thought about how it's going. So we need motors and construct... Oh, yeah, it's interior plates. We're out of interior plates, so we're going to have to get some interior plates going again. So, yeah. Let's hop back in my little ship and do what I need to from here. But, yeah, leave me some comments. Subscribe for future content if you're not a member of my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Now get on with your pursuit. And I will just get building some more of these conveyors.